10,000 some more y'all. We here to let you know.
I.S.U.P.K. 53rd Annual Lord's Passover.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. We the I.S.U.P.K down in Florida. I'm capping the 10,000 some more y'all. We here to let you know. 53rd Annual Lord's Passover is going to be held down here in Florida. It's going down in South Florida, Cocoa Beach.
Friday, April 15th, 2022.
The lamb, the wine, the brotherhood, the sisterhood, you understand? Good music, good weather, palm trees, the whole nine.
This is going to be glorious. Book your hotels now at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites, 301 Tucker Lane, Cocoa Beach, Florida, 32926.
April 15th and the 16th. Don't just book for the 15th. Book for the 15th and the 16th.
It's going down Friday, April 15th at the Space Coast Convention Center.
Moses told Pharaoh we need 3 days to be able to go out into the wilderness and serve our power the way he commands. You're going to have to get that off with your boss, with your slave master. So make sure you in the building. Cocoa Beach, Florida, April 15th to 16th, 2022. It's going down. We'll see y'all there. Shalom.
144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000. 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000.
Time it is, man. Coming out the boondocks, the ghettos, the barrio, nigga, the warlocks. You know what time it is, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a takeover, dog. You know what I'm saying? Mr. 249, nigga, I ain't talking about the time, dog. Yeah!
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
I'm from a place where they don't deliver pizza and won't deliver my people, even if they call them FEMA. A place where black women say they don't need you, where everybody broke and selling dope the only way to feed them. Shit is football, fucked up beyond all recognition. Crackers time, 2 million niggas in prison. Now move your ass over, cause I'm coming hard like Captain Mashak Garment at the 49th pass over. They already know, don't piss me off and make me grab Captain Tazari and load him up with 17 shots of Captain Cottazar. And bust every round and make them connect like high-speed Wi-Fi. So don't call that motherfucking line radio. Run west. This ain't what you want, breakfast club ass niggas. We ain't seeing y'all and don't give a damn if it's all three of y'all. And I ain't really a social media nigga. I'm more of a 3D up front, say it in your face, nigga. And every man ain't a faggot, and every faggot ain't no fucking man. Yeah, you heard what the fuck I said. My speech is rude, man up or move. You can't pick and choose who you con out of one con to. In this school, you will follow the rules, no excuse, and give a brother his respect that is due. I see a church sign, I cross that shit out and let them know for sure that UPK was fucking here. I've been through it all, back against the wall, died and came back, so it ain't a man that I fucking feel. They say the truth will set you free, so when I tell you the truth, I'm making you free. With this speech, Isaiah 49:23, get on your knees and kiss the boots of the kings and the priests. Truth and lies so mixed, that's like trying to put two men together and expect for them to have a kid. A Jew lies with the ish, so when you put the words together, all you is Jewish. I came to peep out your world, this is a nice place. Then he says it ain't for sale, just for showcase. My apologies, devil, you must mistake. I didn't come to ask, bitch, I came to take. Yeah! Who's the power? Who's the power? Who do we feel? The power we feel. Who do we feel? The power we feel. Who's your king? Who's your king? What's your name? Israel! I see you looking still acting like we strangers, but we blood brothers, hang each other like we fucking dangerous. Your mamas call us vagabond, so you don't hang with us. But I bet you hear me if I speak in your own language.
Live it, 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 live
I
it.
remember the days when y'all was picked on. I remember the days when y'all was shitted on. I remember the days when y'all stood alone. I remember Rachel, the baddest Haitian in my project home.
Yeah, with my homies, the niggas is right there. Every day you pair of black boots, sometimes I switch it to night airs. Niggas everywhere like broke glasses, just like air. Me against the hottest that you know this is sight there. How you the coolest motherfucker that's mad hot? Always stay on my groove, on the move like a laptop. Teacher schooling the youngest, you get shot by a black cop, white cop, Sasquatch, foot on your neck. Anything you set your hands to do it the best. I told you I'm the illest lyricist, I prove it to death. If you ain't standing up for niggas, then you new to you deaf. I got some niggas in the grave that could be using your breath. And that's a fact, it's not a 2 Chainz quote. I break a record, fuck a track up like I'm Usain Bolt. These little rapping niggas, they garbage, B. Pardon me, it's the hard me. They talking funny like Cardi B. Nah, with hella shit I ain't dropped yet. My homies worldwide like .org or .net. And we stay sharp and we smart, and that's cause we studious. We come with fire with mountain work with Vesuvius. Shit, with my homies. With my homies. Sure. With my homies.
She had a strap on her like this. She had her head on the strap. She had her head on the strap like, let me see her. Free.
With my homies, and we sitting on the step with the cup full of liquor on some beds, and we drinking. With my homies, and we sitting on the step with the cup full of liquor on some beds, and we drinking. I don't even want to say nothing at the beginning. We're about to get right into it. Yeah. It's not. Yeah. Shit. You try to tell these niggas, man, but they always say it don't matter though. Shit. 150 flows, flip the solenoid. My skin black, they try and tell me that my color void. My skin is black, is that a curse or a blessing, yo? Cause they took my people as captives and never let us go. You getting angry is about as far as the question goes. 2 types of niggas in life, and I'm here to let you know. Uncle Tom see it as cursing, it's just the essence though. But then you got the brother that's wise, and get the message. Dark nigga light, niggas is bright. Dark niggas hope you catch it if I'm pitching it right. Ain't no difference in us niggas if we living for Christ. Is Christ light, but he dark if you get it good night. Nah, they try to say the Jews white and they was mixing them, but then I think how they get Paul mixed with Egyptians then? Cause his skin was black, nigga. Word to the sample, nigga. It's true provision of the truth, and it's the ample picture. And if I say it, I prove it with facts in the scriptures. Do it at my leisure. You putting religion in the mixture. Knowledge over here, we gon' slice you like a piece of black to Spanish, black and yellow. Yo, shout out to Wiz Khalifa on the track. I whip the crack, beat the coke, and I'm the either. Disrespecting all these rappers, they turned into Queen. Who you calling the bitch? My skin black upon me, that's what Job said. Young boy, won't you listen to your old head? I'm at the table with the vessels like the showbread, soaking up the knowledge. I stay in battles like old red. And that's coming together ramifications. Cause we been lamenting since way before lamentations. Yo, our preservation and UPK designation. And when I heard that fact, I just signed up, no hesitation. Solomon was black and he said that that's no debating. Christ had the skin of bronze and rewarded some revelations. And Daniel said the soul of the Lord, that's in our relation. But the truth is that you fighting for crackers with desperation. Facts. We do this as professionals, hope that this reservation on that chariot that swing low, cause that's the destination. That's why I'm in the I.S.U.P.K for education, for revival of my mind that was stuck in the depths of Satan. And then they say we waiting on Christ, but it's Christ waiting. You would notice if you dug in the scriptures and say it blatant. The hope for black folk got to come from another nation. What it seem, cause it seemed like we trust in procrastination. Yeah, yo, we gotta fix up this hell. Seem like we love the mess. The visage of us blacker than Moses before the upper flesh. The lords and angels in Christ, they had the skin of bronze. Yo, just know we can change, but it start up in your mind. Nah, shit. Look, man, my skin black, man, but the thing about it is, it said everybody had black skin in the Bible, so that means Christ, Noah, you know what I'm saying, Moses, you know what I'm saying, all these niggas was black, man. So that's the point of this joint, man, trying to prove that my skin is black, but the greatest niggas that ever walked the face of the earth had black skin too. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, because if a nigga loved a nigga just an hour or more, we wouldn't die in these ghettos, man. You already know. It's not.
Yes, them have the heart of a pagan. The children have the heart of a lion, I know. Evil a move with Satan. Righteous trod in the countenance of the Almighty One. Them have the heart of demons. The children have the heart of a lion, I know. Evil a move with Satan. Righteous walk in the countenance of the Almighty One. Good people see hostility rising daily.
Put it in the water. You need something to get the monkey off your back. It's not cocaine, but it'll help some.
Nah, man.
6. Take it slow.
It's not
strong. So what's your hype, huh? I can show you how to get out of prison. There's no hype. Yeah, we'll talk, Daddy. Yo, I'm listening. Hey, this ain't bad. You got the move?
What's free? Free is getting loose and they don't tie me to the block. Free is when the color of my skin give me a shot.
Burned in a burn. So his feet was as dark as if they burned in a furnace. So his feet look brown as if they were burned in a furnace. This man got blue eyes, stringy dog hair, and white skin. So what the hell is that?
Black. Free is when I'm moving and ain't worried about the cops. Free is when my slavery ain't punching in the clock. Living with these dreams we ain't never did. Work my body to the bone and get a sedative. They jam me up and I got free cause of my relatives. They setting traps that fade the black so we could never live. Man, I was down to do just whatever is. Until the day I found out who the devil is.
That's right. Give me Revelation 12 and 9. For anybody who wasn't sure, anybody who don't know, go ask Oscar Brego if the white man is the devil. He dead, you can't ask him. Go ask Tamir Rice if the white man is the devil. He dead, you can't ask him. Go ask Sandra Blair. Go ask Trayvon Martin. Go ask Michael Brown. They can't tell you because the devil who's the white man that murdered him. You got it? Go ahead. Revelation.
Pitchforks, nightsticks is what the weapon is. Rebel lives well and thriving for what oppression gives. They kill the nation worth for natives just the man to live. Then they give my brother 44 hand in hand. Pick the system, you gon' fall if you don't pray to stand. You ain't free with passports, but you don't understand. They said Lincoln freed the slaves in 1865, and civil rights was the wave in 1965. Then the narcotics in the cages up to 95. And years of slavery we just above 255. In North America they shitted on my family tree and shut the doors on everything we was trying to be. We owe our time a hella debts for some kind of degree. I got a question that they never seem to answer. What's free?
It's free when you get buzzing, then they act like they made.
You know, they try to scare me to not wear this hat, my own friends. But this hat, it gives me It gives me power away.
Free is when you wiretap of couches with the stay ball. All inside the VIP like mom and pop ain't raised. Spilling liquor, shan't Dutch, guts all on the table. Free is me, my niggas falling out outside cable. But suckers still don't need to be explained that that's a fable. My niggas need to know cause I don't know exactly who raised you. Ain't got no time for games, keep your mouth shut and bring pain too. This the militant, I'm the villains I was made to. Stand tall, refrain from sucker shit, leave my stains too. I remember when I was into everything, dude. Scuffle rumbling from petty hustle to a gang who. Yes, I got from knowledge and them trials all the same too. Mold me, help me, bring me to the plane that I have came to. Never touch the dirt, I've been schooled to work. Trying to unit, now get goons is murk. You consume it first, I've been a fighter since my day of birth. I'm a play it nerd, no survivor, snatch your brains, distress outside the universe. So let me school you for your mama, I had to cry again. Let some suckers, and I vow to never be that kind of man. Seen Martin play it past.
I must confess that that dream that I had that day has at many points turned into a nightmare. And I've come to see that we have many more difficult days ahead, and some of the old optimism was a little superficial.
Filled them with the iron dam. Malcolm came violent.
But as you know, the Bible is written in symbols and parables, and this serpent or snake is a symbol that's used to hide the real identity of the one whom that actually was. Who was the white man? The black man by nature is divine. Now does this mean that the white man by nature is evil? By nature he is evil. He cannot do good. We don't have any historic example where we have found that they collectively as a people have done good. And he wouldn't tell you that hell is down in the ground, or that the devil is something invisible that you can't see. He'll tell you hell is right where he has been checking it, and he'll tell you who the one who is responsible for him having received this hell is the devil. And he would say that this devil is the white man. Yes.
Got bodied now, another riot fam. Shit crazy, I'm praying. I'm really scared for all our babies. Welfare ain't enough. Schools are closing down there.
What's free? Look at you. Putting all that poison in your hair. You've been in prison too long, man. Because everybody on the outside comes. Why? Why does everybody on the outside come? Because they don't want to walk around with a nappy head looking like... Looking like what? Like me? Like a nigga? Why don't you want to look like what you are? What makes you ashamed of being black?
What's free?
Niggas don't stand a chance without being in the Lord's hands. Life full of lessons, look like I learned them all. Life full of blessings, but the crackers got it all. How long until they fall? How long until you call on the Lord with a sword? I'm just fighting with the few against many. Working for the Lord, I just hope I get a penny. Know the devil sent you, just look at who against you. And when the Lord with you, who can be against you? Know that I ain't Christian, just look at who I'm dissing. I'ma need for you to listen, no, it's hard for you to listen when it's part of your tradition. And your mama in the room, bumping music full of Christian, and your daddy not around, cause your mama's superstitious. I know she's super wicked, plus she's smoking like the kitchen, and it's all because of Nixon. Praying to the Lord like, please can you fix it? Childhood missing, cousin in the kitchen, flour on the plate. Thinking to myself, why is flour on the plate? Next thing I know, that flour turned to day. I was only 8, I was only 8. There was nothing I could say, but daddy, can you stay? Cause here it ain't safe. Look at all these flag eyes, looking like a G5 of me. I'm looking like I came out of free stove of me. I'm looking like I came out of free stove of me. It's nothing left to do but to do what they do. I wanna sell crack just to be like you. Serving to the fiends on the new avenue. Put it in the pot, motherfucker, let it stew. Look at me now, I done turned into you. Following the way, but I knew it wasn't cool. Should've did more than the average nigga do. I am not the same, but I was raised like you. Mama on crack, yeah, my daddy was too. Look at what the government did to you. That's why I don't vote. They put us on dope. Now I'm in the street, I was selling fake dope. Christian church too, they just selling fake hope. Just remember this, what you reap is what you sow.
Hey, give me, hey, Marah, give me one quick second. Hey, shalom, Israel.
Got on con, so I can queue up another song right now.
No, let's go. Yeah, go ahead and queue up another song. Give me a quick second. All right. Salaki.
Bad as fuck, can't deny it. Cause sister, you want it. A nigga left you for a side chick. But really, you want it. 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 You brought it. They had a plan up for you and me. They put dope in our communities. Had it plotted out to ruin our seed. Fucking up the unity. I met a girl on the north side. Used to kick it with her own duty shit usually. Her daddy was a crack fiend. Mama wasn't there. Now I seen what it could do to me. Meanwhile, house on the real estate. New car on the interstate. Pippin' from the pulpit. Money going into play every Sunday. Now the preacher got a jet off the shores of the Pompeii, off the runway. While the people still hungry, dying by the gunplay, by the one way. To those that were born there, families destroyed and got torn there. The crack epidemic was chemical warfare. Raised on a black household by the CIA. They admitted in a 400-page document that they brought it by the boatload many days. Hey, wonder why I speak on it. I gotta put this heat on it. People so strong in the city, if you get a chick, you better put a leash on it. Everybody from the high school done lost about 3 homies. The way they treat us not cool, everybody went to sleep on us. Baby mama say you ain't shit, but really you want it. Been in jail for shit you ain't did, but nigga you want it. Bad as fuck, can't deny it, cause sister you want it. A nigga left you for a side chick, but really you want it. 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 You brought it. You brought it.
I got so much.
All right, clap it up. Alawafan y'all. Barak. Yahweh Shem Yahushua Brakatah.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua Brakathum. And shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahushua to Israel. Shalom, Yahweh Shema Alatah to the sisters. Hey, what's going on? What's the first story, Marah? This is Let a Hebrew Speak. Sorry for the delay. Won't happen next week. Go ahead, Marah. Give me that first story. Can you hear me?
Salaki, we was on mute. Salaki.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I must have hit mute by accident. We went on
Hey,
mute.
no sweat. No worries.
So I'm pulling up the story right now, sir.
Okay.
The first story is that a senator who smoking that weed.
And what state?
I forget his name. He's like a new brother running for Senate.
What state is he in?
It's gonna tell us.
Okay, go ahead. I'll wait for the story. No sweat.
Gary Chambers, Louisiana State Senate. You can read it, Bubba Kashaw's. Let me just share the screen. If I may. This is some hilarious stuff, man. Israel, call ourselves. I don't know what this is, blackity black or I don't know what to classify this as, sir.
Right.
Just fix it. Now this was Rolling Stone who put this out. All right, you can read it out, Bob.
Kokan. This is from Rolling Stone. Louisiana Senator candidate rips enormous blunt in first campaign ad.
Can you read this from Sean?
Kokan.
No, this right here.
Oh, Kokan. Gary.
And that, hold up, and that's exactly what it is. It's just a campaign con to get drug addicts to vote for him. Go ahead.
Kind of one con, sir. Kind of one con.
Kokan.
Kind of one con, sir. That's ridiculous, sir. If I may, there's a video with it. I was just gonna have him read what he had under it to be play the video, if I may. Oh, you got it, Bob.
Kokan. Gary Chambers is running to unseat Republican John Kennedy on a platform centered around cannabis legalization, economic aid, voting rights, and Medicare for all.
Now, if I may, sir, before I play this video, how in the hell does weed legalization have anything to do with economic aid or voting rights or Medicare?
Right.
It has nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? Like, he knows what black people want, and he gonna give a sinner what he wants.
Right.
See, that's why a politician is a slimy bastard, man.
Right.
I hate voting. I hate to see black people even come up to me talking about goddamn voting. Like, for years. And I'll tell you something. I have never voted in my life.
Most high in Christ, sir.
I saw no purpose in it. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And he's a Democrat, right?
I believe so.
We know he is.
Got him one God. Oh man. The sister said, I think it's Ma Quadash. She said, like Bill Clinton and his weed and saxophone.
Right. Exactly. You know what I mean? And meanwhile, he was trying to destroy the sisters that was on welfare. He was trying to snatch that up. None of the comedians ever bring that up. None of the black celebrities ever bring up that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
If I could.
Go ahead.
Also, like Hillary Clinton with the hot sauce packets in her pocketbook.
Right.
Just to add on.
Yeah. And don't forget he moved up in Harlem, supposedly.
Oh, kind of one kind.
Yeah. And black people thought that was a come up.
Kind of one kind. And that's just crazy how how they play us like that, sir. Like they'll be oh, Joe Biden, you ain't black if you don't vote for me. Right. I forgot he said that. Joe Biden, you ain't black if you don't vote for me. You know.
Listen. He told the right person that nonsense. Charlemagne is God. You know, he totally don't believe in God, none of that. And he looked like a homosexual.
He is a homosexual, sir.
Oh, okay. That's a lot here. That's a lot here.
I'm gonna try to find his Charlemagne in his cross dressing thing, man.
Oh my God. See what I'm saying? Like disrespected that brother on national television. And meanwhile, he always got a bunch of questions or be bucking on brothers when they do the breakfast show. I couldn't believe he let that go.
Right, man. You know, we got some crooked people in our society, sir, and in our race. Hate to say, some real traitors.
Right,
me, sir.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna try to pull this up if I may.
Yeah. Hey, while you trying to pull that up, give me Ezekiel 34:2.
Come.
And this is what black people got to understand. They got to wake up, man. I mean, listen, I've always been against celebrities and leaders. You know what I mean? On what they push on black people. You know what I mean? Like I mean, it's like a pain in my side.
Oh God!
Like I also want you to go through the Kanye West story. Like he's an idiot also. There's so many celebrities, man. That's who just keeps us destroyed.
Right.
Go ahead, read it.
Come. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 34 and verse 2. Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel.
And these shepherds is not only the politicians, the senators, but it's also people like Kanye West, your mayors, your reverends, your football athletes, the Jay-Z's, all them people that America has picked to rule over us. Go ahead.
Oh my God.
Prophesy and say unto them, thus saith the Lord God unto the shepherds.
And that's what we do. That's what we do when we go out in D.C. We prophesied about the fake shepherds that's supposed to take care of the sheep.
Right.
But they use the sheep. Read on.
Woe be to the shepherds of Israel that do feed themselves.
Right. That's all they do is get paid. They care nothing about black people, man. I was looking at an article that I had sent you, but we're going to go in there later. But read on, brother. Destruction unto them, man. That feed off of us, man. They get rich off of us. They use us. They give us a campaign promise or a campaign slogan just so that they can get into that seat. Go ahead.
Should not the shepherds feed the flocks?
Right. That's the job of a shepherd, man. That's why we wanted to vote, so that we can have leaders that'll go in there and work for us so that we can get fed properly.
Right.
They was talking about, the general was talking about the March on Washington was about unemployment. Well, we suffered the same unemployment when I was a kid. So that civil rights nonsense ain't take none effect. It ain't do nothing for our unemployment. I mean, our employment issues. Since I was a kid, and even today, we suffered from the same curse of not getting jobs, not being able to feed our families, struggling to feed our families, worrying about can a man on the streets get food stamps, get help, or a sister get help? We still suffering from the same things we were suffering from the 60s. The 60s is what destroyed us.
Oh my God, sir. All that
you know
MLK,
what I mean?
All that MLK love.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Keep reading now.
Come. Verse 3. Ye eat the fat, and ye clothe you with the wool.
You breaking up a little bit.
Ye kill them that are fed, but ye feed not the flock.
Right. You don't feed the flock. You look out for the other so-called sellout leaders that we got. Go ahead. Because the job, one minute, because the job of a shepherd is that he's supposed to protect the sheep from the other beasts. That's his job. He's supposed to make sure that they get fed, that they get watered, that they get taken care of. And part of his payment for doing those things properly is that he get part of whatever he get part of the sheep. He get to eat. He get to get the wool from the sheep because he's taking care of the sheep. But they don't feed the sheep.
Right.
The sheep go unfed. Read on.
Okay. Verse 4. The disease have ye not strengthened, neither have ye healed that which was sick.
Right. They supposed to be fixing us. They supposed to be fixing the community. That was the purpose of putting them in office. That's supposed to be the purpose. And the Israelite school of UPK, we the only ones that charge them for not fixing the communities, man.
Right.
That's why we stand staunch on never vote, man.
Right.
Oh my God.
Like if you're gonna vote, man, you're supposed to at least get a brother that's from the hood.
Right. That's a lot. I think he from the hood. I just think he in spirit he's just all for Esau.
Yeah,
he ain't got that hood. He from the hood, but he ain't really from the hood.
Yeah, he ain't from the hood. You know what I mean? Like Marion Barry was from Mississippi, but he was from the hood. When he came to DC, and anybody will tell you in DC, Southeast is the black section. It's the poorest, is one of the poorest sections of DC. And you can catch Marion Barry doing the normal stuff that a brother would do in the hood. You know what I mean? Like he'll be around the markets and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And brothers would run up on him and be like, yo, I need a job. And he would strictly say, yo, listen, you see such and such, and here's the name. Ask for this and tell him I sent you. I'm not saying he was the best, but listen, Negroes love Man Barry because they loved him for what he can do for the people.
Right.
Negroes today love a slick talker. That's what he do, as long as that he looks good in the white man's public eye.
Right.
They made all kinds of jokes about Man Barry. But when you do the history on Man Barry, yo, I'll take a crackhead over a Negro telling me to go smoke some goddamn weed.
Right.
Legalize something that's been poisoning our neighborhood since the 60s.
Right.
We got the video footage on it too, General.
Go ahead, brother.
Kanawakan, sir.
Every 37 seconds, someone is arrested for possession of marijuana.
I'm gonna share the screen. If I may, I just wanted to. I'm gonna put us down at the bottom. I'm gonna share the screen.
Every 37 seconds, someone is arrested for possession of marijuana. Since 2010, state and local police have arrested an estimated 7.3 million Americans for violating marijuana laws, over half of all drug arrests. Black people are 4 times more likely to be arrested for marijuana laws than white people. States waste $3.7 billion enforcing marijuana laws every year. Most of the people police are arresting aren't dealers, but rather people with small amounts of pot, just like me. I'm Gary Chambers, and I'm running for the U.S. Senate, and I approve this message.
That was it, sir. That was your boy, if I may.
Let me say this. How many people are arrested for cocaine? Should we make that legal too?
Oh, right.
Like he's an idiot, man. He's an idiot.
Heroin, sir.
Right. There's so many people arrested for heroin. Should we make that legal? Like he's an idiot. If anything, he should say it's illegal, but no one should be arrested for it, and they should just confiscate the drugs and destroy the drugs.
Right.
That's what he's supposed to be saying.
Right.
You know?
And this guy right here, man, he's something else. You know what I mean? So kids supposed to see him and be like, that's what I want to be like. I want to be
Right.
like him. He's the new Martin Luther King, but just with the blunt in his hand.
But the real thing is right. But the real thing is he should be saying black people get off of weed.
Right. Oh my God, sir.
But he know he gonna come. There's gonna be a lot of backlash if he say that.
Right, sir.
You know what I mean? Like that's what a man of God would do who love his people.
Right.
He'll say, man, get off that weed, man. You don't need that weed, man.
37. Count on one con, sir. Count on
Like,
one con.
like black people know that once they legalized that weed thing, they knew that was gonna push us back another 100 years, man.
Count on one con. And I mean, that's like the perfect plan. You know, get them hooked on the drugs, and then now promote that is right, and you know what, but make sure you keep everybody locked up that you gained off of that. But promote that is right now, and now once you got children as drug addicts, 15, 17, off of pills, and now they on heroin.
Right.
Started with weed. You know what I mean? Now that you got them like that, now you know you just got slaves forever.
Right.
And now you can go ahead, sir.
And the white man, it's a multi-billion-dollar, industry now.
Count on one con. Count out of one con, sir.
And I could, sir. You can lace the drugs with fentanyl to kill them off faster.
Yep.
Huh? I forgot about that. That fentanyl is killing people, man. Killing people, man. People in DC dying from it, man. They lacing everything with fentanyl, man.
Count on one con, sir. Count out of one con.
And they don't realize they trying to wipe us out.
If I may, sir, got a video clip. If I could play this short clip of some brothers that should
goddamn Egyptian and not African.
I don't consider myself Egyptian.
So why are you studying their cultures? That's confusion.
Because they was the first people on the planet at that time.
Who? Who's the first people on the planet? The Egyptians?
The Kimberly.
No, they wasn't.
This I.S.U.P.K.
They come from Ham. So how they was the first? Ham come from Noah. How they was the first?
I.S.U.P.K.
Go ahead.
No, but what you was about to say?
No, go ahead. Oh, go ahead.
If I may, that's who should be up for state senate. These brothers that you watching right here.
Right.
You know, we in voting is, that's not what we do. You know, we don't vote.
Yeah.
But if you did want to put somebody in office, it should be Commanding General Yohanna. Because the man that's under him, look at the fruit that Commanding General Yohanna produces. That's not a white man over there talking trash to our brothers. That's a brother.
Right.
Because he's getting corrected, man. These the men that's willing to suffer for other people to be better, to survive, to be, to gain what they deserve, to have peace, to have, to get off of drugs, man. We the people out there, putting the work in because of what Commander General Yohanna done and what y'all have done, sir, if I may. Brothers like you, sir, if I may. That's who should be up for it, if you did want to put somebody in office.
Right.
Really, just like the scripture you said, sir, they want to hear smooth things. They don't want to be corrected. You know what I mean? Ain't like people talk a lot of trash, like, oh, y'all racist. Well, it's black people that come against us. How does that make us racist? I mean, what race were we before?
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? If I may, I just wanted to bring that out. So I also got the scripture on smoking weed and smoking
Proverbs. Go ahead, drop it.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 27. An ungodly man diggeth up evil, and in his lips there is as a burning fire.
That was perfect showing that picture, because that's an ungodly man.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he's putting it to his lips. Go ahead. Any more on that in the scripture?
That was it, sir.
Okay. The water.
Hold on, read on. It should be a little bit more.
God, verse 28. A forward man soweth strife.
And that's what's gonna happen when you listen to these people. Nothing but strife going on in our community. That's the same thing happened with Martin Luther King. Same thing that happened with Martin Luther King. Be listening to him now. Look at us.
Right.
More. I mean, we argue with each other over blocks and the different places where we can sell drugs to make money because we don't have no money.
Right.
We don't have no businesses. Well, we got money. We don't have our own businesses. And instead of using that money for a business, he could have been up there saying, "Black people, we need to, build more businesses. I'll help you build more businesses. I'll take you." He could have even quoted Martin Luther King. He could have said, "I'll take us to the promised land."
Right.
He could have said all that, but actually been serious and said, we'll build businesses. We'll fix the, education. But when I get in office, we'll separate the cops, the good cops from the bad. He had a lot he could have said, sir.
Exactly. And let me hit you to something, Barack. Man, they hated Man Barry for the simple fact that Man Barry got tired of white contractors coming into Washington, D.C. and bringing out-of-town help of rednecks. So what Man Barry did, he made some sort of law or something, whereas if you're going to come into D.C., right, well, he made a law, but he said, I'm not giving out no contracts unless you hire within D.C. Now, remember, back in the 90s and early 2000s, D.C. was basically all black. Late 90s, it was all black. So white contractors, they were trying to get him out of office for a very long time. And the brother stood in office in 20-year term. 20 years. And they hated him because he said, if you're going to come in my town, you're going to hire black people.
Right. His brother right here, just like you said, sir, he must have, did the right damn thing. If I could, sir.
Right.
I mean, and look, he could tell he got his spirit. You know what I mean? He could tell he ain't, from what you're saying, it looked like he was sincere about, most of the stuff that he was doing.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't all the way 100% righteous. But, he was for sure. They knew he was for sure for black people. Like the other politicians and the federal government, they switched it and switched the funding and gave it in the hand of some sort of federal controller because they hated Man Barry. Man Barry was up in there with his last couple of years. He was a councilman. They was able to finally get him out of office. So he became a councilman, and in those meetings, Man Barry was cursing them out. They was beefing. He was in there fighting for black people and telling them white people, Uncle Toms, that you ain't gonna do certain things in this city without looking out for black people. So what they did was they said anybody that say one curse word is banned for coming into council meetings.
Oh, he was cussing them out, so they got him out of
there. He was literally cursing them out. He was that upset. See, a lot of people don't really realize who this brother really was. I'm not saying he was all that, but he'll smoke a whole lot of politicians that ever got into a position to help black people.
Right.
Yeah, Man Barry was one of them Afro dashiki wearing brothers. Wow, he was bad.
Wow. Damn right, sir. Osai Christ.
You know what I mean? He ain't had the truth, but he had some love for black people. And I got to give him his props. You know what I mean?
Kind of one kind, sir.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Come on with it.
And if I may, if we actually gave props, you know, to brothers who do things like that, then we should get a lot of props. You know what I mean? But because black people and Hispanics and Native Indians, so-called, because we got this love for the oppressor and this disgust for our own people and our own self, you know, that to get props is going to come hard. You're going to have to soothe the people with smooth words. Like this cat right here did, sir.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of respect.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, if he didn't make this blunt video, I actually go back to the video. If he didn't make this blunt video, then wouldn't nobody even really care he's running for office. He'd be like the average black person that runs for office. I mean, nobody even knows half of their names.
Right.
Right.
I don't know none of the names of the people that's on the civil rights board or whoever if I may, I ain't said I don't know half of they damn. I don't know who they are.
Right.
You know, the Supreme Court, none of that stuff, sir.
Right. I know. Right. Because it don't even matter what black leader is in a seat. He ain't gonna do anything for us anyway. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna do nothing. And let me say this, Marah. Let's keep it real. This dude looked like a pimp. Look at him. He looked like a Christian pimp / dark-skinned Suge Knight.
Oh my God.
But that ain't the grassroots.
That spirit very well.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Because black people think like he got the answer. He ain't got the answer. If he was really militant, he would have said, we need to stop smoking weed.
Right.
We need to, you know what I mean? We need to come together and rid our communities from these drugs. Because like you said earlier, you said, what do marijuana do? It makes most of your crimes committed is over drugs.
Right.
90% of the crimes in the black neighborhood is because of drugs. Beefs are created over drugs. Kidnappings is over drugs.
Right.
Oh my God. Yep.
Murder is over drugs. Gangs are formed because of drugs. Recruitment is because of drugs.
Right.
And you know the homosexuality and lesbian is all over drugs. All that is over drugs. Prostitution, all of that.
Right.
I may, Sir General Q said, like Kwame Brown, who was mayor up in Detroit, and then he put #fail.
Yeah. God. Yeah, a lot of them, man.
Hey, Shalom to Christ.
Hey, Shalom. Jump to the
I got some issues with the sound, sir. If I may, I'll put you on mute real quick. Like we can't hear you. Got a lot of background noise.
How about now, Captain Kaposh? Yeah, you got a lot of static.
Okay.
There you go.
Be fixed now. Shalom. Yahbashim Shabakatah Alawat.
Shalom. Yahbashim Shabakatah. All right. God. We was going over these, you know, my favorite topic, Kaposh, is getting at these leaders. And Marad knew it was going to strike a nerve in me. And he posted a politician smoking weed, and his campaign slogan is making weed legal.
Right.
This cat right here, Louisiana State Senate, sir. Right, you know, his whole thing was just, I mean, just he said even in the campaign, he said that smokes weed like me, and then you know with his video up on the with his blunt in his mouth, I guess to say like vote for me because I'm like you, you know,
a drug addict. I'm a drug addict.
Which means how in the hell you gonna save our problems if you a drug addict like me?
Right. And it takes money to buy those drugs he's smoking.
Count on my card.
It reminds me of the scripture: the blind lead the blind; they both shall fall into the ditch.
God. Exactly. You know.
May, sir. We also got Ezekiel 8 and 17 if y'all want to pull it, sir.
Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 8 and verse 17. Then he said unto me, hast thou seen this, O son of man?
Hey, Marah, can you back it up to where he tells them to come and look and see?
Khan, sir. I might gotta play. I'm not sure exactly where it's at, but it's only 37 seconds if you don't mind me playing it again.
No, I'm talking about the one in Ezekiel.
Okay, Khan.
Where he tells Ezekiel, come.
Oh, come and see.
Yeah.
At the top of the
at the beginning.
Khan. So probably 81. I would try 8 17.
Oh, it's like
8 15. Go ahead. Wherever you at, about if you got it.
Oh no, you was right, sir. 8 17. I mean 8 15.
Oh, right at the top of the verse. Salaki, sir.
God.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 8 and verse 17. Then he said unto me, hast thou seen this, O son of man?
Right. And that's what the Lord telling Ezekiel. Have you seen this? Go ahead.
Someone is arrested for.
Is it a light thing to the house of Judah that they commit the abominations which they commit here?
Right. It's a light thing. Marijuana is a light thing to us.
Right.
We take it like you ain't like anything else, like smoking a cigarette or something.
Right.
We act like, yo, that's harmless. Cigarettes and marijuana is harmless. It's a light thing. It ain't no sin. Read on.
Oh God. For they have filled the land with violence and have returned.
And because of that marijuana and all them drugs, it's been violence in our neighborhood since the heroin times in the 60s.
Okay.
Heroin dealers was beefing and killing one another. People were ODing. Go ahead.
Okay. And have returned to provoke me to anger, and lo, they put the branch to their nose.
You see that? He putting the branch to his nose.
Right.
That's what that blunt is. The branch to his nose.
Right.
Any more?
That was it, sir.
Okay.
They literally smell the weed too, sir. They like it ain't good if they can't smell it, and you know.
Right.
I forgot all about that stuff, man. They
right.
The old damn bag. Oh, let me smell it and open it up.
Right.
Yeah, and yo, listen, you right, because that's what I did years ago when I was young. Okay. You had a good bag of weed. I had to open it up and say, oh, man, check this out. Putting it right to their nose. And yes, I was a sinner in the past.
I got a few scriptures also, because this is heavy out of wine. This is letting you know the sign of the times and where this place is going. It is going directly to even more hell. When you go to Proverbs 16, I'm gonna start at verse 25. It says, there is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death.
Right.
So he may think, yeah, our people need to get high. We need to do this. We need to do that. But the end of all this is death for the black community to get behind this type of thing.
Right.
That's why the oppressor put it out there for us to get high. He want us to get high. He got Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg got all the top deals. He's in NFL commercials, BET commercials, on with that white lady who cooked meals.
Martha Stewart.
He was Martha Stewart. Get Khan.
Right.
How he get all these deals while promoting smoking weed all day? The oppressor want us to get high. He want us like this because he knows it means death, it's weakness, it's killing us.
Right.
I'm gonna get one more. He that laboreth for himself, for his mouth craveth it of him. He trying to be the leader just so he can get high some more.
Right.
That's all it's about.
Yep.
When you deal with a person who's addicted to drugs like marijuana, their whole life is about marijuana.
Right.
They can't get off. They can't get off of it. They can't really ever focus on anything else other than more marijuana. It's not no recreational drug, and it's a drug that consumes you.
Exactly.
And they try to make it like, oh, I just do it on the side, but everything else in my life is just fine. You have to get high every single day. It consumes your life. No matter what happened, you get fired from a job. This happened, that happened. It consumes you. You don't stop it. And then the last verse on this one, and ungodly.
Before you hit that, it was heavy what you brought out. And what's crazy is only black people will allow an addict to rise up and promote and campaign for a seat on wickedness.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like another black politician, he'll run for president. I mean, he'll run for a seat or office and promote weed and abortion.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the things that's harmful and what destroys us, we'll have leaders to like the end game is I'm gonna give you something to wipe you out, but you're gonna think it's righteous. Like we are confused nation. You know what I mean? Anytime we have a leader that'll tell you to go smoke some drugs, like we saying it's marijuana, but that's telling our people to go smoke some goddamn drugs. Like you won't let no 10-year-old go smoke some drugs. You'd be like, man, he don't need to be smoking that. Well, neither do the adults.
Right.
All like I said, 90% of the crimes committed is over marijuana. If you ever watch 48 Hours, most of the murders is committed because they think the other guy got drugs or a drug deal that went haywire and wrong. Go ahead, Kapai.
You so right. You so correct on that as well, Adwan. I don't watch that show often, but I watched one episode a few days ago, and that's exactly what it was about. A murder over some drugs.
Yeah. Right.
He figured she was holding out on him, and he took her out because she didn't let him have the drugs.
Right.
In the last script. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm gonna piggyback. And a lot of them is over marijuana on 48 Hours.
Right.
A lot of them is when you start watching that, you'll see most of the killing is because they either think he had something or was trying to give him or trying to get the stash. And it's usually marijuana.
If I may.
Very, very rarely have I seen it over coke or heroin.
Right.
Very rarely. Go ahead.
If I may, sir, too. Also, a lot of them cats, just like it be over marijuana, they be on marijuana with them committing the murders, man.
Right.
Like, brothers, all the time talk about how they wake up in jail and, did this, and then they woke up, they was in the back of the paddy wagon, or they was, in the cell.
Right.
I mean, a lot of brothers, or they don't remember what happened. It's crazy because a lot of them be on, man, there's so many rappers, right? I still listen to the rap music today. It's watered down and it's corny, and only talk about drugs. But a lot of them rappers, just like how they, I mentioned before, that they be talking about that Plan B and all that, trying to get them sisters to take that pill so they don't get pregnant.
Right.
A lot of them, I listened to a song the other day. He said, "Yeah, my shooter don't need weed, or he don't need to be high. Oh, I think he said he don't need a pill. He's like, my shooter don't need a pill. I do this, he do that. Talk about how the guys that they got that kill for him, but it's like, damn, like, so it's known that his shooter got to be a high idiot. You know what I mean? Got to be high and stupid to commit these crimes. You know what I mean?
Right.
And also too, if I can add on, I also watch like the Amazon Prime movies. I love them, black movies that we do, but most of them is all of them is all about drugs. It's like they make all types of drug scenarios. I was a drug dealer. Now I'm trying to be a rapper. I was a drug dealer. I'm trying to save my wife because she's on drugs too. I'm a businessman, but I was started as a drug dealer. I'm a drug dealer. I'm trying to get out the streets, but my best friend keeping me in the street. All of them is all based. It's like all. I didn't know you can make so many drug scenarios. It's like I'm a good drug dealer. My friend's the bad drug dealer.
Right.
All different type of drug scenarios. Is drug relationship. I watched a drug movie that was about love. I forget what it was called.
Hey, we never have a movie about somebody getting off of drugs and changing their life. You know what I mean? Like all our movies is like our culture now is us being addicts.
Count on one con, sir.
Like something wrong with you. Like you young brothers, something wrong with you young brothers, because Marah and Abad and Kapas, y'all supposed to be loving weed right now. Y'all supposed to be down for the weed. Y'all supposed to be ready to smoke a blunt any minute now. That is our culture.
Right.
Con. And the last scripture I'll grab, an ungodly man diggeth up evil, and in his lips there is a burning fire. He dig up that tobacco, that cocaine, that marijuana. He's digging it all up, and then he burning in his lips, just like in that video. In his lips is a burning fire.
Exactly.
And the script and God said that's an ungodly man.
It's an ungodly man. Right. And we have all the ungodly men as our rulers, man, our leadership that's ruling on top of us.
Count on one con, sir. Ridiculous, sir.
And Marah, you can, if somebody posts something, you could say it.
Oh, okay. Count on one con, sir.
No sweat. What's the next story?
The next story is Cardi B. Now, if I may, it was a fire. It was a fire recently, in the Bronx that killed, I believe, 17 people. And Cardi B is paying for the funeral costs. And I wish now, if I could just give a little, like a little introduction on to why we even went into these two stories, is because one. Hold on, so I got to pull up. Here we go. If I could, one is a brother who's supposed to be, I'll help black people. I'm a politician. I'm for black people. I even smoke weed like you. You trying to help us, but you're going to hurt us more than the help you're going to give. Cardi B, I'll pay for your funeral costs. I'll make sure that I got the money. I can help. But also, my video that comes out next week is going to make your daughter a whore at 15 and 14 and 13. She's going to have the same amount of bodies that you had when you was 14. And it's like this, if not more. Not more. And these two together going to have your daughter and sons on weed, making a baby at 13 and leaving it for you to have to take care of. And then, at the same time, once she is grown, she's gonna become a stripper so she can go to college and pay for the kids.
Yep.
It's crazy, sir. If I may, it's like the good that they're trying to do is nothing to compare to the evil that both of them, is doing that could potentially harm us.
Right. You know what I mean? That's true. And then I mean, like Cardi B, like you said, man, like she's supposed to denounce stripping.
Right.
You know what I mean? Her thing, her issue should be, man, I hope you sisters don't never have to go and strip. Try to avoid getting into that lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like,
that's right.
She'll speak on it as if it's an excuse to what was going on in her life, and she had to do it. She didn't have to do it.
How come?
More than likely, she was getting high while she was doing it. You know what I mean?
It reminds me of the scriptures that talk about our sin and where does the sin come from? Where does our lust come from? It come from within.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like the lust and things like that come from within, and the oppressor he like to weaponize sin in the black community. He like to weaponize. He like to culturalize and weaponize sin or a wicked example to show the rest of the black community or to promote in front of the black community. Like they're not going to promote. I remember even during the time of the Olympics, I remember they was promoting the sister I was getting high. They was promoting all these certain sisters and stuff like that. But there was a brother in the Olympics who's the top wrestler in the world for like the last 10 years. Nobody promoted him. His name is Jordan Burroughs, the top, and another brother is the top man too. But this brother right here is the legend. He's like one of the greatest to ever do it. He's alive right now, whooping every country all over the world. Jordan Burroughs. Can't nobody touch him. And he beat everybody. Got 10 world championships, gold medals, Olympics.
I never even heard of them.
But they promote the sister who had to weave and the nails and she's getting high. They made that the biggest story in the world. But this brother, they don't even mention him. Because they don't want no good examples for the black community. They don't want a good example. Okay, just a straight up brother who's great. He's not high. He's not scandals. He's not got some flaw or sin that we can promote. Cardi B, he's stripping, getting high, he's drug, he's twerking, sex, immoral activity. Great, sell it. That's a selling point for the oppressor. This is how he gets down. So we have to resist the devil and he'll flee. So we got to resist all these wicked things that they promoting in this kingdom. Sisters, you don't got to be a stripper to be success. You understand? Don't think that's the path. You got to go down the path of Cardi B and drugging guys. She came out that she was drugging when she was stripping. She used to drug guys that she would go to their hotel and put drugs in their drink, knock them out, and rob them. No pushback. It ain't hurt her career whatsoever. Her career strong as ever.
Right.
Better one come. Meg Thee Stallion. Oh,
go ahead,
sir.
Come.
Oh, come on. Meg Thee Stallion is another one. She's like the top female rapper too as well. And she was a stripper and she promoted it and promoted how she paid her way. She just graduated from college.
Don't nobody tell them that, bitch, you a hoe. I'm Salakia. Salakia. Right. Salakia. That was that little camp thing up in me came out. Salakia.
If I may, I do have the video of Jordan Burroughs. If y'all don't mind, sir, I want to give a brother some shine.
Right. Before you play that video, definitely give him some shine. And what all y'all both was saying, it brings me back to that scripture where that Ammonite told the king of what was that, Assyria or Babylon? And he asked him, he tried to tell the king, if these people ain't sinning, you ain't gonna be able to defeat them. You got to inquire to see if they not following their God, or if they are following their God. Y'all remember that scripture in Judah? That's what always remind me of that. How that man, they know if we sinning, they can stay on top of us. But if we stop sinning, you ain't gonna be able to beat us. Just like that brother you just brought up in the Olympics. Like, you probably ain't smoking no weed. I'm not saying he all righteous, but he's doing the right thing in his profession. So he is, as a champion, you doing something right. You putting in that work on your skill. Now you go ahead and play it.
Colonel Wakan, sir. I think it's Judah 5:20 to 21.
Yeah, go ahead and read that.
This is the book of Judah, chapter 5 and verse 20. Now, therefore, my Lord and governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their God, Let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. Verse 21, but if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their God be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world.
And that's what they got to keep us in. They got to keep us in breaking God's laws. They got to keep us sinning, man. They know that. They know that. The minute we come back to them laws, statutes, and commandments, we win all the time, because it's the Most High that's going to defend us. It's the Most High that's going to be the aggressor on our enemies.
Right. Oh my God.
That's right.
That's all we got to do, and that's why the UPK has been standing so strong. We done came into the ISUPK, and we done honored the laws, statutes, and commandments, man. That's how we live our life. The word practical means that we practice these laws in our daily lives. These laws are universal. How I think, how I deal with a sister, how I deal with a brother, how I deal with my wife, how I treat people on the job, how I deal with a heathen.
Right.
What foods to eat, what days to celebrate.
God. If I may, sir, if I could just add and piggyback off of what you said, just about how the law, statutes, and commandments is what we need. The Lord said it's going to be our stability. Said the laws is going to make us wise in the sight of the nations.
Right.
He said all those things to us. But one thing that I did want to touch on is what he told Cain in the garden. He told him, like, if thou doest good, will thou not be accepted?
Right.
Like, if we do good, we don't need weed, man. We don't need pills. We don't need to be strippers. We don't need to be whores. We don't need to vote. All we need to do is serve the Lord. Serve the Lord. And we will be accepted by our God, man. But if we don't, then sin lies at the door, which means it's the opposite of being accepted.
And that's the one thing.
Not going to be accepted.
Right. And that's the one thing we haven't tried. Our people haven't tried. Was the Most High. We tried voting. We tried integration. We tried to go into universities. We tried becoming politicians. We tried to become cops.
Mm-hmm.
We done did everything. We done joined his militaries, fought his wars. We ain't never decided to come back to the Most High or even question to see what's in this book.
Right.
To open up this book and actually read it and try to get some understanding from somebody that knows this book. Or ask the Lord to give me a man that can help me with this book. Matter of fact, give me Isaiah 29, Salaki, give me Isaiah 29:9 real quick.
Okay.
God.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29 and verse 9. Stay yourselves and wonder. Cry ye out.
Right. We ain't never wondered about what God wants. We ain't never really cried out. Like some of us have cried out, but we're the ones that's in the UPK. That's how most of the time we got here. Searching. Read.
They are drunken, but not with wine.
Right. We've been drunken, but not with wine. Go ahead.
They stagger, but not with strong drink.
But not with strong drink. Read.
Verse 10. For the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and have closed your eyes.
Right.
The prophets and your rulers, the seers, have he covered.
Right. They don't even see us. Half the people, the Lord covered their eyes from seeing us when we out there on the streets.
Okay.
Half the time they don't understand what we saying. It was a brother. Mashak had a video of a brother that used to battle us, right? But at this particular time, about 2 years ago, this cat said, I used to see y'all all the time. And he said, man, I used to think that y'all was crazy. He said, but looking at all the things that have happened within the time that I first saw y'all, he said, man, y'all the real heroes. Now this is Jake in the world. With all the killings of Trayvon Martin and all the way leading up to George Floyd, he came out there and said, man, y'all the real heroes, man.
That's right.
Right.
He said, man, y'all the people you listen to. He said, I used to think that guy with the gray beard was out of his goddamn mind.
That's right.
Read on.
Verse 11. And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed.
Right. Even when you try to read, our people try to read this book or go into the book from listening to a pastor, it seemed like it's sealed because they don't get nothing out of it. You open it in the book, but it's like the book is being sealed because you ain't being able to understand what you read. Read on. That's a hell of a video too. That is a hell of a video. Is that the video you was gonna play, Marah?
Sir, I was gonna play the Cardi B video.
Okay.
But this one right here, I thought that I just wanted to bring up some videos about
right.
Back up what you were saying about us out there on the streets, sir.
God. Go ahead, read on.
Okay. Which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he said,
we go to the black scholars, the black educators, the black people who we look up to, like Eric Dyson. And what's that one with the glasses, with the big afro?
Cornell West.
And that silly brother that be going to strip clubs always talking about we need to build a school.
Omar Johnson.
He's another idiot. He's just like the dude that want to smoke weed, making weed legal.
Right.
Like we got to get out of our mind that, okay, it's fine that we want to educate our children, but it's bad when our adults act like children. Right. We need to educate the parents.
Right.
The parents will educate the children.
Right.
Read on.
God. Read this, I pray thee. And he said, I cannot, for it is sealed.
Instead of saying it's sealed, you know what they say? The Bible's a fairy tale.
Right.
Or the Bible is been tampered with.
Right.
That's what they saying. Go ahead.
Verse 12. And the book is delivered to him that is not learned. Say,
right.
Read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I am not learned. Verse
he ain't 13. Learned. He ain't learned in this. But guess what? I.S.U.P.K. from one West, 169. I mean, 100 from 1969. Those men were learned, and Commander General Yohanna was under those men. And Commander General Yohanna is very learned.
Right.
He's very learned. That's it. Go ahead. You can play that video.
Oh, okay. So I'll play it.
Oh no, the one that y'all had before that.
Oh, okay. With Cardi B, you know. If I made this video that we about to play about Cardi B is one that everybody should have pretty much seen before. I'm pretty sure it was, it wasn't no secret, but she was playing some twerk music, which means dance like a hoe music, right?
Right.
And the spirit of whoredom music. Right. And her daughter walks into the room and she stops the music, stops her whole everything. We're about to play the video. Right
because
now.
She don't want her daughter to be a whore, but she want our daughters to be a whore.
Right.
God.
Or she want young women to be whores. You know what I mean?
If I may, sir. Oh, go ahead, Cap.
I was gonna say she for damn sure don't want her daughter to be no struggle stripper and then go to college or something like that and be a whore and this and that. she damn sure don't want her daughter to go down that path.
Right.
She want her daughter to have a whole different path, to get married with children and get a career and this and that. She want her child to do all of that, which shows the brainwashing that they're trying to push. It's an agenda. The oppressor is pushing this agenda on the people. Same way he wanted in the book of Maccabees when they wanted Mattathias to come, look, sacrifice, eat the pork. Everybody else will follow you suit.
Right.
Show us that you're a friend of the king.
Same thing. The same exact story, what you just brought out, Kapash, time and time again, over and over.
God.
I'm gonna play the video, sir. If I don't know if y'all can hear it, but it said the song is saying it's some whores in this house.
Look, she stopped. She cut everything short.
I'm gonna give her the damn ring pop, though. You ready to pop? Just give her the ring pop.
And you know what's so crazy? That child's so young, probably can't even understand what's being said or nothing. She still don't even want the spirit around that child.
Exactly.
Oh, God.
She only wants the spirit of this music around the child.
Exactly.
If I may, sir, that's because she was shaking all that she had.
Right.
Which her daughter was going to see. Is another man I seen on TikTok.
And listen, and every time the daughter hear music, she's gonna mimic her mother.
Right.
That's right. That's kind of one, sir. If I may. Oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find this video, but it was a video on TikTok where the mom was dancing, right? And just doing, now the mom should not have been, it wasn't okay. She was dancing normal to what people would think normal today is. So to the untrained eye that can't see the difference or may not be worried about, the child's well-being or don't understand what's being done. The mom is dancing, doing twerk dances, but just not as aggressive as a normal sister would be doing it. She wasn't dressed in whore-like clothes, just like this sister is right here. It's a whole one piece, what you wear for you and your man drinking wine and about to make another baby. But she's wearing that around the kids and around the house and things like that. So this other sister, she was dressed normally. She was dressed normal, but she was doing a dance. And she's doing the dance and shaking her butt. And the baby girl comes up to the mom, starts smacking the mom butt, and like she can't even dance because she's so young, but she smacks the mom butt like 5 times, and the mom just stopped and look at her. And after the daughter was done, she started laughing. The mom started laughing like, "Oh my God!" like that embarrassed laugh. But that's sad.
Right.
Like I'm gonna see if I can find this video
because that's what goes on in a stripper club.
That's right. That's right. And if I could, brothers, we got to continue to teach this truth and push this truth so brothers can stop sleeping with whores. Brothers can stop making babies and families with whores. Like, brother, you can't do that, man. For every whore that's out there, there's a better woman for you. The scripture says, out of one woman I find, out of one man I find, out of 1,000 men I find one. Out of 1,000 women I find none. Like, brothers, you shouldn't be out there just making babies and having sex with random women that you don't even know.
Right.
This whole whoredom is a whole spirit that the scripture said would destroy our whole community.
Right.
The scripture said, "Do not let." Salaki, go ahead.
Go ahead. You got it.
The land will fall to whoredom, like you said. I don't want. Do not prostitute thy daughter. Like this whole spirit of whoredom then increased on the earth. And the scripture said in Revelations, this would be the place of every foul spirit and the hold of every caged bird.
Right.
You're gonna have all the spirits of wickedness that encompass this whole kingdom. That's why it's gonna fall.
Right.
But this I.S.U.P.K is the last bastion of hope, the last castle that's fortified of righteousness against this wickedness.
Exactly.
So all you brothers and sisters, this is the only way. You have to fight against this wickedness. You can't let it envelop you and take over you and your community and just become a part of it. You got to fight. The scripture said, "Be courageous. Have courage. Have courage."
The Lord is a man of war. He wants you to go to war with him.
God. So that's what we do in the UPK. We go to war against whoredom. We don't accept whoredom. We don't love whoredom. I remember I used to go out with Officer Tarap. Man, he's a great brother. If you ever go, he knows all about a club. He'll work a club or a bar. He'll work a bar. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, we getting free drinks and we the center of attention. He know how to work a bar. And one thing he always point out, and you'll never see him do, when a whore walk by, he never look. When a woman that's dressed like a whore walk by, all the dudes is breaking their necks.
Right.
Tarap will never look. Go ahead, Adawan. Go ahead.
That's my point with that dumbass Omar Johnson.
God.
We need to be training these adults, training men. We need a school for men. And guess what? The UPK has a school for adults.
Right.
The adult job is to teach the children.
Right.
That's his problem. What you just said, all those people that turned around looking at her, love a good whore.
Right.
And the sisters that don't get that attention begin to start dressing like the whore.
Right.
Right.
See, we need moral teachers to teach us morality.
Right.
Teach us the law. Teach us how to conduct ourselves as kings and queens. Not just running around talking that king and queen BS. That's all the conscious community. They about a bunch of fake Negroes that talk that bull crap.
Right.
What you said was so heavy, and that's how we like something like they look at you like something wrong with you if you don't look.
Right.
Right.
I mean, sir, they be like, "You ain't just see that." they ask you, like, "You ain't see that."
Yeah.
God, they want you to drool over it. But in the UPK, we resist the devil. You understand? We don't flock to whoredom and drool over whoredom like a weak man over a piece of bread.
Right.
Like the scripture said, a whore will bring you to a piece of bread.
Exactly.
You become nothing. You lose all your honor, and it be a stain on you. Brothers, don't lose that. Don't get a stain in your honor.
Exactly. Right. And our job is to fix our sisters.
Right.
Our sisters are some bad sisters too. They beautiful. And you want to destroy her? You out your damn mind. Complete opposite. You ain't about no black woman if you gonna try to have her to continue to be a whore.
Right.
That's why I respect the sisters in the UPK, man.
Right.
That's right.
Some of them may not have been in that lifestyle, but the ones that have and the ones that didn't, they come up in here and they make a good impact on what a woman should look like, how a woman should act.
Right.
That's what we need.
That's right. That's right. Like the scripture says, one to take down 1,000, and two or three to take down 10,000. Look, right now we ain't gonna take you down as in stab you and kill you, but we'll show you righteousness. One righteous brother show 1,000 brothers how to do it the right way. Right. One righteous sister show 1,000 sisters how to do it right. One righteous brother can change the whole community, brothers. Don't lose hope. You know what I mean? Don't lose hope or be like, oh, a lot of brothers say, how we going to help the black community? We can't help it. This ain't no help. It ain't no hope for that. They lose all the hope that we can change these sisters and change these brothers. Don't lose no hope. We going to change you.
Right. And you know something, Kapasha and Officer Marah and Officer Abad? And this is what I like about when I see sisters that's dressed properly, but they dress in a way that you can just tell that they in some black, they into some blackness.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now brothers can't treat her like a whore. They can't run up on her like a whore.
Right.
If a brother want to know her, he gonna have to realize that it's gonna have to be a real respect to this sister.
Right.
But if a sister is halfway naked out there, you ain't gonna have too much respect for that sister.
Right.
You know what I mean? Hey, what that sister say? Hey, but Rob, what the sister say?
Sister said, bread or cake, same difference. Man could get treated like a snack and dropped only for fun. He said, that's heaven. That's what she said. That's heaven. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly, sis.
And that's how the land fall to whoredom. Because you treating the whore a certain way, the whore treating you a certain way, like a piece of bread. Now you both went down. You both have fallen. You don't have your honor. You don't have your integrity. You don't have your morality. You both fallen in this act of whoredom.
And then she get pregnant.
Right.
Like this is the only way. This is the only way in here in the UPK. We'll show you how it's done.
If I may, sir, to piggyback right off what you're saying right now, just to give some visuals on how it's not done and how it is done. If I may, this is what Cardi B. This is Cardi B and some girls called City Girls. The song is called Twerk, which means dance like a whore. Now I'm not gonna play the whole thing. Just these couple seconds is enough. This is how I start. Twerk, twerk. This is what she promote our daughters to be.
Yeah,
that's Cardi B. That's the same one. Oh no, baby, go back. Don't watch me. This not good. But look at what our daughters learn. I mean, that's it.
Yeah, take it down. Take it down. Too much going on.
It's now. If I could, this is what General Pathum was saying on some real sisters, man.
Sisters from the Passover. That's how. There you go. There it goes. Like it.
That's it.
There you go.
That's a big difference, man. That's a big difference, man. It's like these are women right here. And those other things we saw, they was what you call snacks that get dropped, just like how they treat brothers. That's what happened to them. Right.
That's a feminist system.
And if I could, they say a picture said tell 1,000 words. This picture says so much. You got the brothers on the right, the sisters on the left. That lets you know it's order. The sisters sitting down, mouth quiet, lets you know discipline. Sisters got discipline. They got their head covered, which means they have some knowledge and a head over them. You understand? Their bodies is covered, which means they got honor and dignity about themselves.
Right.
This picture says so much right here, just in this picture that we don't even know. A sister who in the world, they'll see this picture and learn a million things and be like, wow, I never seen this in my life. All I seen was city girls twerking. All I seen was women wearing tights. You know them black tights that women wear? Them supposed to go underneath a dress.
Right.
But now we done moved to where they took off the dress and just wear the tights.
Right.
And so them sisters see this, and it's something they never seen before. And you never know how big of the impact it'll make on a sister, man. And it's making impact because this world is changing. It's recognizing the UPK. Like all these curses and stuff. Like I go out and see brothers. Man, brothers is kind of thirsty for the knowledge of the UPK now. Like they're more destroyed now than they ever been. Like you know how sometimes brothers and sisters need to get knocked down a few pegs, then they want to listen to the truth and find the Lord. Right. That's where the black community at right now.
Right.
They knocked all the way down. All their little money making schemes ain't work. All their little ideas about being a rapper and basketball star ain't work. I saw the highlights of the basketball team in high school. They was only scoring 40, 50, 60 points. They ain't getting nothing of training. The basketball skills done went down because of the Lords.
Hey, compadre, that's that weed.
Yeah. So, you know, all the things they trust in this empire, where you gonna trust now? The scripture said the sun and the moon gonna be darkened, and the stars gonna withdraw their shining, which means the leaders you looked up to that you thought they was gonna give you direction, where they at? They're dark. The rappers getting shot and killed every day. The all these twerk girls, they irrelevant and going and falling down because the clubs is short, the strip clubs is short. All the you ain't supposed to go outside. Disease and family members dying.
The corona.
The Lord's coronavirus.
Right. And listen, it's still going on with the corona. Now they protesting about being forced vaccination. Like the Lord is dividing the country with the corona. He shut it down, and they tried to come back and regroup, and now they came up with a vaccine. Now the Lord got them fighting over whether you're gonna force me to take the vaccine. You're gonna force me to have a wear a mask inside the restaurant. The Lord destroyed this place, man. I didn't realize how powerful that corona was, man. When you look at the last 2 years, white people are beefing with white people over the vaccine. They ready to riot. It was someplace up in Europe that they started to riot. They was throwing things at the police, all that.
Multiple places out of Salakia, multiple places. Over in Kazakhstan, which is going to be back to a territory of the Soviet Union soon, like Commander GEN.YAHANNA prophesied a few Passovers ago when I first came in. They did an anniversary of January 6th, and on January 6th, they stormed their castle or their White House. And they was shooting and killing. They called for Russia to help them. Now Russia coming in, you know how Russia gonna do, lock it down and take it over, and it's gonna be back like the old days, and Russia's gonna get more power. They're doing that type of stuff. They're rioting all over the world right now. You know, they seen America's example. They said, shit, we can do a little something too then. America can get it in.
Exactly. God, yeah, that's crazy. The Lord know what he's doing, man. He bringing it down.
And if I could, one more thing, another shout out to Officer Tarap. That brother, I rode with him for many years, like every day. He dropped heavy stuff. One thing he used to tell brothers who used to try to say, you know, vote or do things, you go join the white man, get in the city council. He would say, we need to, if you separate and separate from them, they're gonna turn on each other.
Right.
He used to always say that. He used to always say they're gonna turn on each other. You need to get the hell out the way. And look what we see. The right and the left, the FBI brought out a report that the new Civil War ain't gonna look like where they had cannons and muskets and in the field. This new Civil War is gonna be these little attacks on the government, these little groups. These militia groups making moves and internet stuff and sabotaging and doing and infiltrating the cities and the White Houses. They turning on each other. And Officer Tarap, he used to say it for years, and brothers wouldn't hear it. But now they hearing it now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Listen, I was reading something about the Democratic Party, even within their organizations, they beefing with one another.
Yes. Right. And another point, like I said, we need to stay on the course. We just need to hold the course. All you brothers who getting weak, don't get weak, man. Stay the course. You sisters, hold the line. We need to keep holding because our people, what they trying to do is revert back to things in the world, and they turning on each other. I was in the Clubhouse app, and they had a room that said the gays have more rights or are getting more rights than the blacks, than the black community. And it was some gay dudes and trans dudes in the group, and they was talking. I was just listening in the thing. And a brother went up there, they joined against a brother, they kicked him out. And then they start turning on each other. Their sisters start turning on the gay dudes. The gay dudes, I said, I don't gotta speak in this room. The Lord's work is getting done over here. I don't gotta say nothing. So we ain't gotta do nothing. They gonna turn on each other. They don't have brotherhood.
Like black people think the LGBTQ ain't a racist group until they start to come in and they realize, you know, I mean, of course it's crazy, but they start to realize that them LGBTQ people are white racists.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Black people starting to find out that liberals are racist.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Feminists too.
And feminists are racist, right? You know what I mean? Like I'm glad black people are starting to wake up. It's when when they wake up, they should at least be listening to our videos.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
At least coming back to the Most High. At least that's the least you can do. And when brothers start to feel he get weak, man, run to your camp leader, talk to him, sit down while y'all chilling, and tell him what's going on. You know what I mean? Like that's the only way you're gonna get some strength.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's safety in the council of your leaders, multitude of counselors.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You got to run to your camp leader. Hey, yo, this is what's going on. Hell, I used to do that with General Muhammad and them. I would, listen, me, I ain't had no problem. I knew my life was, I knew I was crazy. So, listen, the worst thing I can do is try to figure things out on my own. You know what I mean? Because I'm the one that's going through it. They ain't going through it.
Right.
So somebody that ain't going through it, they not emotional about it.
Right.
They clear-minded. They gonna say, nah, this is what you need to do. So I had to bring that out because some brothers do get weak. You know what I mean? I fell a little weak some years back. But you know me, I started calling. Gentlemen, this was going on. Like I'd rather call him than to be destroyed, than to get devoured.
Okay.
You know, some of us generals, we go through stuff. But we know what to do with it. We'll go seek that counsel.
Okay.
You know, sisters and brothers, you got to go seek that counsel. This is what's going on.
Okay.
It may not be what you want to hear, but it's what you need to hear.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the scripture in Ezekiel 34. The people that come in here are the disease.
Right.
And the men above you, their job is to heal the sick. And they have the means and the knowledge to do so.
That's right.
If I may, sir, it's a little bit of motivation if I can play this video on why our people should be quick to change. You know what I mean? It should be, it should be some urgency on changing your life. Just like before I play, it's like General Muhammad said. He said it was one thing that in one of his classes, he said it was one thing that he was taught in the school to make him change, man, and that's that he had a short time.
Right.
This is this is a video on which is recent from Putin and Russia and the Ukraine and the whole thing of what's going on over there about them possibly invading the Ukraine and the everything that's going on, with that whole war over there. But the reason I'm playing this is because time is short, man. We don't know when it's gonna pop off. Like we don't know when it's gonna be over. It's like Captain Kapaz said, don't be weak, man.
Right.
Don't be weak. Don't get caught up in the last Trump, you know what I mean? And you fall weak. And the next thing you know, your Lord cometh when you ain't even aware.
Right.
You ain't paying attention. You smoking weed.
Right.
Putting your vote in. Or you finally decide to get his life another lifestyle a try. And now here come the chariots, man. Yeah. And now here come this and that. And you see the angels, and I always think about, like, I always confession is good for the soul. I always wanted to be like, damn, I want to see the chariots come. And then always something in the back of my mind, like, well, if I'm down here while they there, that means I ain't on them. So you know what? Maybe I want to see it. Maybe I just want to, get saved. You know what I mean? Like, man, save that. Like okay. Because I'm pretty sure some people had the same thoughts, like, damn, I want to see the chariots come through. Then I'll be like, damn, if I'm down here, then I ain't up there, man. And that always made me realize, like, you know what? It ain't all about the fantasy and the whole, what we think is going to be. It's more so really about being saved. And in order to get salvation, you got to endure to the end. You know, I mean, I just wanted to play just a little bit of this, just to piggyback off what y'all was saying. Like, time is short, man. What you gonna do when it's actually over?
Right.
When there is no more time to change. When there is no more, well, maybe I got another year.
Right.
You know what I mean? Maybe I got 2 weeks.
Right.
Maybe I got 2 hours. Maybe I got 2 more minutes. The cigarette only 2 minutes. Lord forgive me. I can change right after the. You know what's crazy, sir? Another scripture is when the Lord said, if we knew, basically everybody would change. Like 3 months, if we knew, all right, well, I got 3 years left. All right, well, it's 3 years from now. I got at least a couple months of, you know what's crazy? I got a couple more months of stripping through the pandemic.
Right.
Money through the pandemic. I can sell another brick of cocaine. At least one more. Then I can take the money and come into the truth.
Yeah, everybody got that last one that they want to do. You know what I mean? Like I remember on the corners, and you be like, "Yo, let me get rid of this last one before I go in." That last one is the one that gets you locked up.
Right.
Count on one con.
That last one is what gets you late in life.
Right.
Count on one con, sir.
And it's heavy, man, because Putin he's a vicious Edomite.
Right.
You know what I mean? He a vicious Edomite. He ain't no weak liberal like you think. When you see Putin, you gotta look at him as Esau.
Right.
You know what I mean? Blessed with the sword.
Right.
He's a killer.
Yeah, exactly.
Murder.
And he ain't letting NATO. Yeah, he ain't letting NATO put missiles directed at Russia. He ain't having it. He look at it like anybody strategically, that ain't gonna happen.
Right.
That's how he thinking, not on my watch. And I'm gonna let everybody know that ain't gonna happen. So I'm gonna show them my power.
Right.
That's right. That's right. Like I said, like the brother was saying, time is short. So it's a sad story. There's a few people I can think of in my mind that were on a teeter-totter of messing with the UPK or getting down with the truth. And guess what? They died of COVID.
Right.
In the last 2 years. So it's not your tomorrow ain't guaranteed. You can get COVID tomorrow or tonight. And next thing you know, you on your deathbed. Don't play with the Lord.
Exactly. And the Lord takes back that spirit because it's the Lord's spirit. You leave the truth, the Lord takes his spirit back.
Right.
You don't leave with the Lord's spirit. That's why a lot of guys that had left the truth 20 years ago up until now, they into some other stuff or they got everything wrong.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or they trying to charge the UPK charging the UPK for harming them or offending them. You know what I mean? The Lord takes his spirit back. Just like when he told Moses, go out there and get those censers. Those censers is hollow. Same thing with the Lord's spirit. You come in here, the Lord strengthening you up in the Holy Spirit. And it's a gradual process, and you get stronger and stronger and stronger as time go on, being in here. And then when you leave out, the Lord takes his spirit. He don't let his spirit go out there into the world.
Right.
God, that's heavy. That's heavy.
Oh, go ahead, sir.
No, go ahead. I didn't have much.
If I may, that's so heavy, man. Just to bring out. Like I seen, I was looking for a video on YouTube yesterday, helping out with the Hebrew Academy, and I stumbled across. It said such and such and such and such unite to condemn you I.S.U.P.K. general, and it was General Muhammad. They had a picture of General Muhammad doing an interview with Officer Knock, for Knock TV. So they had the interview of him, a picture of him doing an interview speaking, and it's their two pictures under it. And I'm like, I'm looking at it like, what? It says such and such and such and such unite to condemn general, right? To condemn ISUPK general. And I'm like, so General Muhammad is not in this conversation. So really, y'all just backbiting and slandering your brother's name. Like, what happened to the he and thee alone? And then it's like, well, damn.
Because they in our videos, they in our classes.
Right.
That's the like you ain't gonna come out and hate General Muhammad for no apparent reason. They stay watching us. They stay watching us. They watching all of us, man, because they hate us, and it ain't nothing that they can do because Ty is the author of this of the UPK, man. The Most High rolling with us. As long as we keep doing what we doing, you know, coming back and staying on them laws and statutes and commandments and helping our people, the law gonna have our back in these things, man.
Right.
That's why when I.U.I.C. was trying to do that black ops garbage, it got revealed.
Right.
Most High.
God.
The spirit of Christ is in here, man.
God. And Salaki, if I could, there's so many people that know about us. When I get on that Clubhouse app here and there, it'd be Caucasian Jews, any type of person that speak, they know already about the Hebrew Israelites. Like we got to keep pushing this truth like never before. And not only do they know us, they know our talking points.
Exactly.
They know our talking points, and they're quick to talk. We're changing the world with what we teaching. I don't even understand how it's getting out. Like, I didn't think that many people was watching us, but then when I see how they talking about something in-depth breakdown that we always teach, it's like, damn, we teach that all the time.
Exactly.
Like how we teach how the gays have more rights than the black community. We teach that at camp all the time.
All the time.
I remember saying that all the time at camp. And to see some people in the world, 200, 100 people talking about it, it's like, this really moved. The message really moved, and it's the Lord moving it. You think it ain't us. It's the Lord moving it. Where it's like, man, they hearing this. And I got 2 calls from my second. I need to take out. They had an incident last night.
God, no sweat, no sweat.
I appreciate it. I don't want me to take this call.
No sweat. I appreciate you, Captain Kapash. All right, man, that's heavy, man. Well, it's 12:05. I'm gonna get ready to close out. Hey, yo, the water, give the shout outs. The water for the brothers and sisters supporting Let a Hebrew Speak. All right. Marak, can you hear me? Oh, shoot.
Salaki, so I can hear you. We was on mute again. Salaki.
Oh, okay. Give a shout out for the people that have been supporting Let a Hebrew Speak. Give a roll call.
Kanamakan. Kazak Wana. UPK Yasad. Coco Puffy Head.
The water.
All right. I'm it's like a 1 year Allah. Osan Christ, the water. Sister Batharan Wana. Just Art and Paint.
The water.
Sis.
Sis.
Kawamaz. Shalom to you, sis. Salaki Sharara Na. Always tuning in. Salaki. We man, if I'm missing you, Salaki, I'm trying to go all the way up. Now Ima, pleasant sister, what's going on, sis? Kiawana. And we got a few more at the top. I'm trying to get all the way up there. Young man Wood, what's going on? Young man Wood, Thahama. All right, Thahama Marie. Of course, General Q. Big shout out to General Q.
General Q.
Mariah Allah, big shout out to you. Pagaibawa. That's a strong name.
Oh yeah, what's going on, Shalom.
Rakaya. All right, Rakaya Ben Yummy. What's going on? Shalom, sis. Dorcas Yasad. All right, shalom, sis. Mawasar. Okay, San Sanchez too. Sharapah. Salaki, I'm trying to get everybody. The Pascal, what's going on, brother? Joseph Israel. Kana, Yahawada, Sharataza, Halak. All right. Kawamar, Kamawar, I.S.U.P.K, Kadash. All right. I believe I got Kazak. Natai Yapa.
Okay.
Shout out to Vanessa. Okay.
All right.
Apollo One West. I'm trying to get everybody in. Karab. Shamka. Yashala. What's going on, sis?
All right.
Shabar Zaki out of Philly. What's going on, Shabar? Congratulations on your officership. All right. Kawabab. Shamaywan Yashala. What's going on, Kawabab? All right. Shalom. That was everybody, sir.
Okay, the water. This is Let a Hebrew Speak under Commander General Yahanna, General Haas, and the other generals. All right. I'm going to say shalom, but I'm going to say the Passover week, $200. Is the Passover date is April 15th, but we got a lot of things going on from the 12th to the 16th. Okay. All right. A lot of things going on for that week, for the Passover week. Okay. All right. Cocoa Beach, Florida. All right. Shalom. Yahweh Shem yourself on the thumb. Shalom. Yahweh Shem yourself. All right.
Yahweh Shem yourself.
Yahweh Shem yourself. The water, brothers.
I'm in the bar, sir.
My man.
Warrior with the hands, that's what I'm all about. Hunger in my eyes, vengeance in my mouth. They don't want no altercation. Situation gon' get critical. It's best that you be easy. The end gon' be biblical. Look, flow like a river. It's something like a miracle. Royalty in my veins, loyalty in my ways. Pay back in every breath, plus revenge in my heart. The truth in every word. Bring light into the dark. And I ain't never lukewarm. Shit, I blazing in the season. Got plenty food for thought. Just gotta watch who I'm feeding. Now been walking with them angels. So I guess I got this pistol for no reason. Niggas barely breathing, criticizing all my achievements. Won't make me weak. Nah, it won't make me slack off. These niggas baby fat soft. Better bear witness or back off. I be ripping shit like sackcloth. Dumb dogs all barked out. Behind me say I cup full. No room for emotion. So I pour my heart out. This road hard, but I intend to stay. And if it ain't UPK, then they in the way. My niggas righteous, they real, they down to suffer. Flow so deep, they drown a motherfucker. He say he in the truth, oh yeah? Bro, this the home. And I don't hate them brothers, I'm just too loyal to my own. Plus what they believe, hard for me to follow. No rank me, no head. And I ain't leaving this body to live and sleep in hollow. So when they ask I'm UPK, you tell them absolutely. And I ain't trimming my ways for nothing. Gotta execute me, cause I can never die with my tail tucked between my legs. Shit I be thinking, watching my daughters tucked in their bed. They so smart, and Alana, she's so beautiful, but they ain't like other babies, and they daddy far from usual. Now I'm missing cause I'm about my father's business. It ain't about this shit I used to do in that 98 Navy, the tan leather seats. See, without wisdom, this world make you weak. I found out that the truth was bitter. The lies are sweet, tried everything. I guess me and Yahanna had to meet. Now I make the blind see, and I make the dead speak. And teach both my little girls the day that they lie with a man, they better bring me bloody bed sheets. Chaos match the time, this Glock match my handpiece. And I ain't trying to take him out, but I will defend this house. Or take a check. 144 in that black trench on some hitman shit. She call me 47. Praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame. Ask why, tell them I'm Lord to the King. Until the righteous reign. Lord to the King. I want that straight lane to break the chain. Lord to the King. The devils can't have me, bitch. I'm Lord to the King. That's right. Bring that hot flame, UPK. Lord to the King. Until the righteous reign.
Hey,